Let's continue the topic of ideas of development. Last part, on the last video, we discussed about that what is called development, what is progress, what is the per capita income, how we calculate the per capita income, how it affects a country. That's what we discussed on the previous video. This time we'll study about development or a part of development, how we can calculate it. Is income is only the criteria for calculating the development? That's what we are going to discuss today. You may think that some people, how very rich people are there, but by the money we cannot buy some other things. Only by the help of money we can't buy anything. That we all know that. There are some other things that are also needed for living purpose. So by the help of the money we cannot clear the environment. By the money we cannot buy education. There are so many things are there. In such a way, what are the other criteria we calculate for the purpose of development? Before that, going for that, we have to compare in our country. We have to make a small comparison between some of the states. On the basis of that comparison, we can say that what are the factors which are needed for the development and how a development of a state or a country or a people is calculated. We are going to discuss about it. For that, we have to make, first of all, we have to make a small comparison between some of the Indian states. We can take the example of our country. India is a developing country. India is not at all a developed country. How we can achieve development? In what are the phases we can achieve development? That's what we are going to study today. We are going to discuss now. In your textbook it is already given that the comparison of three states like Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Bihar. We can clearly see that it is given that the per capita income of Haryana, it is clearly written that it is about 2.15 lakh rupees as per the population. You know that how it is calculated. The total population will be divided by the total income of that state. By that way you get that average per capita income of a person or a per capita income of a person in Haryana, it is as per the 2016-17 schedule. It is given that it is 2.15 lakh rupees. When it comes to Himachal Pradesh, you can see that it is only about 1.82 lakh rupees. Average income or per capita income. But in the case of Bihar, it is only about 0.66. We can see that there is a huge comparison. As we are comparing on the case of that, we will think that Haryana is more developed than any other places. But in that same graph, we can see that in the case of in the last part, we can see that it is given that Human Development Index, that is called HDI. That is the ratio we use to calculate the development of a country. It is called the Human Development Index. Development is not only in income, there are some other factors. That's what we are going to discuss now. Human Development Index. In that you can see that even though the income, per capita income of Haryana is more than 2 lakh rupees or so, we can see that as per the Human Development Index chart, the place of Haryana is only on the 9th place. At the same time you can see that in the Himachal Pradesh, it stands on the 3rd place. It is far better, Himachal Pradesh is far better than Haryana in the case of development activities. What are the criteria they took to see that how Himachal Pradesh came in that part? What are the other development activities rather than income which are took part in Himachal Pradesh? That's what we are going to discuss. The main criteria that which is took by for the calculation of Human Development Index is literacy rate, infant mortality rate and health. These are the factors they took mainly for the calculation of Human Development Index calculation is there. On the basis of that we can predict that how it is calculated. We can see that when it comes to the next table, we can find out that what are the infant mortality rate in Haryana. In Haryana the infant mortality rate is the death of children. On the basis of that is calculation is number. Infant mortality rate per 1000 as per the calculation 2015. Haryana's infant mortality rate, if 1000 children were born or 1000 childs were born, among that 36 will die. When it comes to Himachal Pradesh, the rate is very less, that is 28 is to 1000. Infant mortality rate, and in Bihar it is about 42 per 1000. You can see that infant mortality rate is very less. Why the infant mortality rate is very less in Himachal Pradesh? It is due to the They are more advanced, or they are giving more importance for the children. At the same time, they are giving more importance for health and medicine. That's why the children or newborn children are surviving, or newborn child is surviving in the state called Himalayas, maybe due to the great care that they are giving, or the medical facilities which are providing. On the basis of that. Next, we can see that in the case of literacy rate, Haryana per 100 persons, or the percentage as per the 2011 calculation, it is on the basis of 2011 calculation. Haryana, the literacy rate is 77%. When it comes to the Himachal Pradesh, it is 84, and Bihar it is 64. You can see that in the case of Himachal Pradesh, the literacy rate is very high. Among those 100 members, those who are reading, among them 84 members are well literate. They know how to read and write. But when it comes to the side of Haryana and Bihar, they are very less behind Himachal Pradesh. The reason is that that is what we are going to study, why the literacy rate is very high. You know that in Himachal Pradesh, the per capita income is little bit lesser than comparing with the Haryana. But in the case of infant mortality rate, they places a very good place. They are very good, very less infant mortality rate is IMR is very less. When it comes to the literacy level, they are far ahead than the any other comparative states. And the next one we can see that the gross enrollment ratio. Enrollment ratio means the students, those who are being admitted from first to fifth class or first to fourth class, that is called enrollment, newly coming children for the purpose of education. That is also, you can see that in the case of Haryana it is only 61. When it comes to the Himachal Pradesh, its percentage is nearly about 83, and when it comes to Bihar it is only about 43. You can see that infant mortality rate is very less in Himachal Pradesh, literacy rate is more, and then newly those who are going to admitted to the schools, they are also very more. The number is very higher than any other comparative states. It is by this calculation we can easily find out that not only income, there are some other factors are there which is needed for it. Here it is very important that education is a part of it. Medicals, health, the life of the people, the guarantee of the life of the people, that everything comes into matter. If everything is very high, then only we can say that the place is a developed place. How Himachal Pradesh achieved this? Himachal Pradesh, a state called Himachal Pradesh, it is one of the states in North India. How it achieved this development than comparing with any other states, any other regarding states is simple. The matter is very simple. It is the initiative taken by the state government and also by the people. The initiative taken by the state government and the people made Himachal Pradesh to come to this position. After independence, Himachal Pradesh, you know that Himachal Pradesh name itself it is most of the regions of Himachal Pradesh is covered by hilly areas. The terrain is not at all easy for traveling. It is not all for the development purpose. Then how Himachal Pradesh came to this level? It is about the simple matter is that only the thing is that the government played a very important role. The government newly came to government at that time. They given much importance for education. They given much importance for schooling activities. Education is the basic of everything. Whatever we are doing now also, education plays a very important part. There is a huge difference between an educated person and an uneducated person. Himachal Pradesh government knows very well about the importance of education. So that they give an importance for education. First they started the schools, they started buildings, they started to give the basic amenities which are needed for a school, benches, teachers, qualified teachers, everything they given. Gradually that started to get progress. When education increased, the thinking power of the people also started to increase. They will move from darkness to the lightness. They know what is the importance of equality. They know what is the importance of freedom. They came to know about what is the importance of equality. They came to the importance of freedom. That made the state of Himachal Pradesh to come far better than that. Now coming to the word of that, infant mortality rate is very less. In some states, in our country, some states, the girls or the child, if their parents came to know that the child is a girl, the newborn baby is a girl, they will try to kill them. They will try to destroy that life. It is because that is some of the beliefs of the society is going on like that. It is not like that. If you are getting a proper education, if you are grown up, if you are enrolled, we will go for it. And very important thing is that in Himachal Pradesh, the education system will not end up to 10th class. It will go continuously. Some places, the girls' education is not giving much importance still now in our country. Up to 8th class or 10th class, the education will be stopped and they will be sent away. But Himachal Pradesh is not a place like that. It gives importance more for the female education. Or the ratio of the students, those who are admitted in the school and those who are coming away from the school, how much, not much difference. They are giving more importance for the education. That is one of the very important factors that Himachal Pradesh comes to that level. Those who are educated, they will come out both girl and a boy, they are coming out to the society. They will search for the society. There is no restriction for the girls to work outside in their home. They can go, they can do their work. There are no restrictions for the girls. They are both boy and a girl, or man and woman are treating equal. That equal status, wherever the equality is there, wherever the freedom is there, we can easily say that that base will come to the bottom of developmental activities. Next, coming to the side of health activities, health. PDS, you studied in the previous class, what is called the PDS, Public Distribution System, which is undertaken by the state government or also by the central government, mainly by the state government. The state government is easily to provide food on the time of crisis, whenever the crisis or the people those who are suffering below poverty line, the government providing food materials or the rations for the people. That also plays a very important part that the people will remain healthy and nutritious. It is a responsibility of the government. So we can say that the development of a country or development of a state that depends on the hands of the government and also in the hands of the people. The people must be aware about what the things are happening around them. By that way only we can call it comes to a part of development. For the development of the country, as per the Human Development Index ratio, there is not only a part of income. We are taking the criteria of literacy rate, infant mortality rate, and also the people those who are newly going to admitted in school. All these ratios comes together, then only we can say that a country or a state can be comes into a part of a developed state. Next we go to the discussion about our neighboring countries. What is the condition of our neighboring countries in the case of development? In your textbook, there is a small chart is given there. In that chart, it is given the name of the countries of Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Nepal. All these countries are our neighboring countries. We can see that the per capita income in Sri Lanka, as per the US dollar, it is calculated, per capita income is calculated in US dollars. When it comes to the world level, it is calculated on the basis of the US dollar. It is about $10,789 US dollar is the per capita income of Sri Lanka. When it comes to the India, it is about 5,663, Pakistan $5,031, Myanmar $4,943, Bangladesh $3,341, and Nepal $2,337. It is a calculation given on the basis of 2016 as per the information which we got from the year 2016. Coming to the part of life expectancy at the birth rate or the life expectancy of the people, you can see that in Sri Lanka it is about 74.9. That means that an average life expectancy of a person in Sri Lanka is about 75 years. When it comes to India, 68, Pakistan 66, Myanmar 65, Bangladesh 71, and in Nepal it is 69. You can see that there also, the country Sri Lanka is far better than that. What is the reason for that? Because they are providing more medical and healthcare facilities for the people. That's why the life expectancy increases there. Next of all, we can see that literacy rate. Literacy rate, Sri Lanka, you can see that the position of Sri Lanka is out of 100 people, 92.6 members or people are literate. Coming to the part of India, it is about 74.04, Pakistan 60, and Myanmar 93.1, Bangladesh 61.5, and in Nepal 64.7. You can see that graph there clearly. That shows that literacy rate, coming to the study education purpose also, how much importance the country called Sri Lanka gives it. And in the last part, we can see that what is the Human Development Index. As per the Human Development Index, what is the position of the country? You can see our country, Sri Lanka, our neighboring country, Sri Lanka, that starts in the 17th place. And India's position in 131st place. And after that, there comes Bangladesh of 140. Then after that, Nepal 144. Then Myanmar 146 and Pakistan at the place of 148. You can see that a great difference between Sri Lanka and our neighboring countries. Sri Lanka is our neighboring country. We can see that in the case of Human Development Index, how much far better than the country than our country or than any other countries. Then you can easily assume that how much importance they are giving for all the factors there. They are giving importance for medical facilities. They are giving importance for healthcare. They are giving importance for education. They are giving importance for the income source, how the people can achieve income. Everything is going on in the basis of that. In that sense, we can say that development is or progress. We can calculate not only on the basis of income. There are other factors which comes on that part. This is the part we discussed on that last video and this video. And then came to the end of that lesson. The chapter came to an end. Further, you go through the textbook. More than going through the textbook, when you are being in a society as a part of the society, in the case of when it comes to the part of the observe, you just observe your surroundings and try to gather the information rather than depending more on the textbooks. And that's all about now. We will meet you in the next topic. Until then, thank you all.